Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is hole number 9 of the Fall Major 2021 Expert Division qualifying round. For our tee shot, we want to use an APOC level 4 and above and a Kingmaker ball. You could also use a Kingslayer if you choose. Before we apply any spin, we're going to stretch out to max extension. I'm looking at the second bounce to be at the edge of the fairway next to that rough. Then we're going to apply half a bar of backspin with half a bar of left spin. And our adjustment is going to be P3 max plus 10% elevation. If you're using an APOC level 4, you're obviously not going to be able to stretch out to the same extension as an APOC 5 and above, so make sure you have to just kind of visualize the ball guide going towards that corner of the rough. And then also after your adjustment, you need to make sure you push up 6 yards or 1.7 rings. We hit great right. And here in a second, I'll discuss the slight change that I'm going to make to the drive because of this great right. Even with an APOC level 8, still a bit dicey. We roll very, very close to the rough, which shouldn't mess up our ability to reach the green by any means. But obviously, we don't want to be hitting our approach shot from the rough. We'd rather be hitting it from the fairway, as we'll show in a second. So I think one thing I'm going to change or recommend changing going forward is using one backspin. Don't need to quite go as far as we did. And then one left spin. All right, for our approach shot, we want to use a Grizzly level 7 and above. Another thing, too, is you want to take note of your drive distance. We're going to use that to determine our slider percentage for the approach. So I actually, real quick, I actually did not pay attention to my drive distance, as silly as that is, before I played this approach. So I kind of guessed off a previous attempt, and unfortunately I was wrong. But I end up playing this one. Well, we'll talk about it here in a second. I'll tell you what to use, but I do miss partly because of that and partly because of my adjustment. So we're going to go 3 topspin, 3 right spin, ball guide to the hole. And I'm playing this one P3 plus 10% elevation at 57% slider. And this is me going off the assumption that I drove at 372. I actually drove at 373, so I should have been playing 55% slider since I was a yard closer to the hole. So I adjust this one. I adjusted this one 9.6 rings. I should have gone 9.5 rings. And I think I actually needed a little bit less, and we'll see here in a second why. I do hit perfect. Ball lands with plenty of space in the rough, rolls out with great speed, and we're going to miss just left. So we're about 0.2. That's probably about 0.2 rings over adjusted. So 0.1 was because of my incorrect slider percentage, and 0.1 was because I needed to use a little bit less anyway. So 373, I'm saying we should be using 52% slider, still using 10% elevation, and I think that's going to hopefully get us online for the Albatross to finish off our round. For further instructions on how to play this hole, make sure you guys click the link below and subscribe to Expert Tournament Guides through Golf Clash Tommy. Good luck in your qualifying rounds.